Yo. All right, so this is going to be my trading review. I don't know if I did one yesterday or not. I can't remember, but basically, yesterday was break even. I just couldn't hold the trade. And that was the issue last week. That was the issue again today. And I think I'm afraid of losing money, and I'm afraid of just losing in general. And I'm just afraid of, I'm not confident in my setup, even when it's literally an A+ setup and I know it. I'm still just like, I doubt it. It's probably not right, and it works. And then I'm still like, well, I don't know when to sell then, and I second guess. I'm like, oh, well, this is all the return I should get on a scalp, and it's, because my risk is X, I want to make 2X, but it's not like I've gotten to my risk really, and it's not really like I've gotten to 2X my risk. It's always like I get maybe to 0.5 risk, and I'm like, oh, sell. So that's hard. And then I did switch to, I'm only doing names that have penny spreads, or at least like a few cent spread between the contracts. And I've been doing the weeklies. So that's where I'm at. And I won one yesterday and then lost one, and then had one that was maybe break even. And I got in that one because I was frustrated with the morning, and then it got back to break even and I got out, which was the right thing because I was going to swing it. And then literally today it died. And then today, basically, Google had news, Apple had news. They were both super in play. I had my tickers that are all penny spreads that I've been watching, that are in play for me. And then basically, I think it was maybe 30 minutes before pre-market, I saw that SMR, a nuclear company, had a new deal. They got a new contract, and it was like their biggest deal in history. And so I was like, oh, okay, this is good. So then I saw the thing had a big ADR. I think it was like a 13% ADR or something like that, crazy big. And so I put that on my top watch, and I basically was watching Google, that, and this other name that I missed yesterday, literally, that went 13%. I had calls and I got out for like pennies, So today, basically, I got in on the 1 minute chart. It was up 8. It was up, call it what, 5, 6, 7% pre-market. On the open, huge range candle. Ended up honestly being a doji on the 5 minute. And then I think the second candle is when I got in, the second 5 minute candle, on basically I think I got in just on the first down candle, I think, on the 1 minute, and just slapped it really. And I got 2 contracts, and it ended up going decently well. And I think I sold them. I sold them fine. I think I sold them. I don't think I sold them using a limit. I can't remember actually, but I sold them, at market maybe. And since the spreads were tight enough, I got pretty much what I should have out of it. But I just was premature, and I think it was because I was afraid, that this was going to be the rip and then it was going to dump. But it was literally an opening drive play. So I don't know, should I? And so that was great, right? But then I'm like, oh, it kept going, I should re-enter. And this was on the 5 minute break. So it broke 5 minute range, and then was retesting the 5 minute range, and I got back in it, and same thing. It worked. It went up, and I was up a little bit, and I sold, and ended up blowing past that previous high high of day and made a new high of day and went up real big. So it went up probably another 6% from the open, and I made pennies. Where it's like, if I would have just held the first contracts that I got in on it, those probably went 150%, you know, up to the top. And it really didn't even come back down because it had news, real solid news. But it's like, I didn't know how far it was going to go. So that's where I got to figure out. It's like, is that just how I do it with my scalps? And I'm going to get better at that? Or because those entries were good. It was an opening drive entry, and then it was a retest of the 5 minute. So it's like, do I need to get in and out on both of those? Or is that one where it's like, I should be in, and then I should add the position on the 5 minute retest? Or, you know, I don't know. So some of that is just a strategy, but obviously what I'm struggling with is the psychology part. I can't be mad because I made money, right? Like, I made money and it was a good day. I would have been happy with this day 2-3 weeks ago. I think it's just knowing I'm making the same mistake and then seeing these continue to run when it's like, I know they're in play, they have good news, like all this stuff, and just feeling like, yeah, I'm afraid. So even though, and I tell myself, like, I'm going to hold this, I'm going to hold it, and just, it's either going to go to my full target or I'm going to lose, you know? And I would say the first one I sold, I thought it was close to 1-to-1 R. It would just the fill, or maybe whenever I hit close at market, it had already come down a little bit. So like, I didn't get as much. And I was afraid too, because I was using the weeklies, and normally before this, you know, I was using the monthlies. So just a learning curve, but I'm learning, and I know I'm going to take some L's. I took some bad trades the past 2 days, and thankfully got out of them like break even or very little loss, like just ones that I'll just like slap, not think, or they're later in the day or whatever, revenge, like all that. So I really have to be disciplined on those and not do that, and stick to the 3, you know, entries that I have, and just kind of be patient on that, and really not force trades, because I really only need a couple to make what I want. And that's kind of where we're at. It was good though. I'm learning. I'm seeing the mistakes that I'm making. So it's not just like I'm completely like, don't know why, like, and I'm entering on real things, like real things that I know are strategies that, so that makes me feel a little better too. Like, that's progress. And I'm not just like losing money on dumb shit either. So that's cool. And we're going to keep it going. I am probably going to have to like take a little bit of a chill out or break here as the prep gets super hard for me, because mentally I just won't be in the right place, and I don't want to do anything dumb. And I just, you know, I want to give this is about making money, and this is about being a good trader. It's not about dopamine and just doing it because I'm addicted, you know. So something I'm aware of. We're gonna take day by day, but just being, you know, okay not taking trades needs to be a thing. Because it's hard though, because I'm literally at the point now where it's like everything looks like a setup, you know, and I know that's not the case. So